manslaughter. This is AP News.
Girls and boys in poverty around the world are dreaming of a better life, filled with dance, art, music, and knowledge. They dream of a brighter future with enough nutritious food to eat, a chance to learn and grow, to get an education, escape poverty, and do incredible things. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, such dreams are coming true. Together, we give children a chance to set their sights high and succeed in school and in life by ensuring that they have access to healthcare, education, life skills, and so much more so they can grow, thrive, and believe in themselves. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today. Together, we can help end poverty for good.
Greg Bakken here. 'Tis the season. Instead of cramming into the family car to hunt for holiday lights, let Minneapolis Trolley Tours do the driving. Join us for the enchanting Merry and Bright Christmas Light Tour, where we glide through a winter wonderland filled with twinkling lights, festive decor, and plenty of holiday cheer. This uplifting experience wraps you into the holiday magic from the comfort of a cozy, festively decorated, climate-controlled trolley. You'll enjoy dazzling light displays, scenic routes only our trolleys can access, and live narration, never pre-recorded, that brings the sights to life. There are multiple photo stops perfect for holiday cards and memory making with family and friends. Before or after the tour, browse the holiday market inside the historic Pillsbury Club, featuring handcrafted gifts, artisan goods, and locally made treasures. The perfect place to find something special for everyone on your list. Tours depart from the Pillsbury Club. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets. Greg Bakken here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to the AndersonHouseHotel.com.
With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 22, then Thanksgiving Day, sunshine with a high of 27. There's no better place to bring in the holiday spirit than a great meal from an Eat Local Minnesota restaurant. They're perfect for any occasion, from date nights, nights with friends, or a work gathering for the holiday season. Check out the list of Eat Local Minnesota restaurants at eatlocalminnesota.com. Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakken.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakken. Thank you very much for joining us. You know, as we are getting into Thanksgiving weekend here, this is our final live show of the week. So we have dubbed tonight Casual Wednesday. And that means that we're going to kind of keep it a little bit lighter tonight, as we often do on Casual Fridays. And we have a question of the week that we would like you to think about. And if you feel like you would like to, please answer it. The question of the week tonight is very simply this: what are you thankful for? You know, it could be something very meaningful. It could be something very simple. You might be like, you know what? I'm super thankful today for peanut butter. You don't have to explain why. You know, it's whatever makes you happy. That's what we would like to do. All this week, I've been talking about, how, like self-care and manifestation and loved ones visiting us, and kind of finishing it off here with talking about what is it that we're really grateful for. And I know a lot of you are having, struggles. We all do. And it might not be easy as sometimes to be like, I don't, to have come up with something you're thankful for, because maybe things are so bad. But I do ask that you give it a thought, and feel free not to share it. But as long as you're thinking about it, I think that putting out that positivity in the universe is always a good thing. Meanwhile, in Prairie, we have Adam joining us tonight. And how are you doing today?
A little tired. Other than that, pretty good. It's the last working day of the month, really, as well, for pretty much all of us here at AM 950.
Yeah.
And yeah, it honestly couldn't come at a better time. A nice 4-day weekend will be greatly appreciated.
Now, some people even took it a step further and took today off. But still,
really? Who would that be?
But still put the show first, because that's what it, I don't know about you, Adam. Let's set it off. Let's start it off. One of the things, and there's many things I'm thankful for. One of the things I'm thankful for is the ability to do this show. The fact that I could do a paranormal show on an AM radio station and have tens of people listen to it, and just know that there are some people we reach, and I don't mean reach as far as like listenership, but when we say something, it resonates, or we bring on a guest and it resonates. We hear it at the conventions we go to. We get people coming up and telling us that, and that's why I wanted to do tonight, because quite frankly, because I can go on the air and do a radio show about my favorite subject. Yeah, I want to do that. And I'm very grateful, Adam, that you want to do it as well. Because you could have also been like, you know what, I'm going to start my weekend a little bit early, and, we'll catch up with you next week. And you were just like, whatever you want to do, let's do it. And I'm grateful for that, Adam. Thank you very much.
Well, you're quite welcome. Wednesdays and Friday nights, I absolutely dig, even though, it's with the schedule I unfortunately have to keep, with a wife who works during the day and a daughter in school, the late night becomes somewhat difficult. But in all reality, this is the only late night show I would do it for.
No, it's really an honor, quite honestly, to be able to do this and have, it doesn't matter if we're the largest, not the largest, if we're the smallest, whatever show, we're doing it. That's all that matters. And that's the bit that I absolutely really, really appreciate and love from all this. So once again, for those, if you want to put it in there, what are you thankful for? It could be very meaningful or very simple. I would love to know as we kind of head into this weekend. It's just it's great. And you can kind of feel it at the station the last couple of days, a bit of energy. Everyone's kind of excited for this weekend and stuff. And I love that sort of thing. I love that people have the opportunity to be excited about something. And I hope everyone, especially our dear listeners, as well as the people that we work with and everyone, I hope everyone has a great weekend and be able to just exist and chill and do whatever they want to do. And, you and I were talking prior to the start of the program. In our areas, we didn't get a ton of snow, so I'm grateful for that as well.
Me too.
I'm not a big fan of snow, but it is what it is. I will tell you, in this beautiful deluge of positivity and gratefulness, I do want to say, though, and this is more in line to how Greg, I would, at this stage today, at this time, I would do anything to watch my phone get smashed, quite frankly, because I am so sick and tired of it at the moment. I'm sick of its existence. I'm sick of it always being nowhere where I want it to be. Obviously, it's me putting it down somewhere, but it's, of course, it's all black. And as you can imagine, a lot of my house is dark, so you can't find it. When you think you have it with you, you don't. And of course, too, it's the same thing. It's like this thing's supposed to have security protocols on it so that it's like your face opens it up and stuff. I swear to God, no matter what I do, the phone becomes unlocked, and it is locked. And it just, everything that you think this phone is supposed to do, it doesn't do. And there are days that I wish I could see what it would look like after it's been smashed with a baseball bat for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and just kind of, if it wasn't for the fact it costs about 20 times more than it's worth, maybe I would do that. But this is, these phones, they should be getting cheaper as they're coming out, but they seem to get more expensive. And a lot of us, and I put myself in there, we just are sheeple, and we keep getting them. You don't. You seem to have a better sense of reality.
That's because my phone is nothing more than a glorified MP3 player. If it didn't have Spotify on it, I probably wouldn't even carry a phone.
Yeah. I actually use, I use the camera portion. I just recorded a video tonight. I did an unboxing video for the new Tom and Jerry Blu-ray set that came out. It could come out till next week, but I got one so I could review it.
Nice.
And this thing I've been waiting for honestly, without even realizing about it, my whole life, because it is all restored and stuff. And so I recorded video on there today, and during the video I had an alarm set that I forgot about. So of course that happens during the video, and I'm glad I double checked, because it actually shut down the video. So I had to start recording again. It's just stupid things like that. And once again, the intelligent people will be like, well, that's not the phone's fault. That's your fault. But it's still, it doesn't help itself. It doesn't endear itself to me in any possible way.
No, the thing is supposed to be a smart phone. So it should have been smart enough to know you were using it. The alarm didn't need to go off.
There's something.
So I blame the phone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No,
I got your back, man.
That's all I wanted. I just wanted to make sure other people agree that I'm never wrong in these situations, that it's always the electronics. And today I'm just like, that's why I joined you a little bit later, because I'm like, where is my phone? I know I used it just moments ago. Where is it? And I'm looking all around the house and I can't find it. And it's like, I don't need it. But, for me now, it's at that point that I have to at least know where it is. It's that kind of a lifeline in a sense, which is sad. And it's just like, no, it's nowhere. It's like, this is ridiculous. So anyway.
And then when I lose mine around the house, I got black phone, black case, but I never put my ringer on.
Oh, no.
So it's like, wife or kid will be like, well, can I call your phone? Maybe find it's like, you can. I highly doubt it's face up to where it'll turn blue and I know that someone is calling.
Well, Brett has this thing on his that it lights up like
the epileptic friendly phone ringer. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not pleasant.
No, it's
but
not.
You're not going to miss it. You're not going to miss it. I just don't think I'm at that age yet.
No,
give me 10 years. Give me 10 years.
And to me, for me, the phone just isn't that important. It's I don't like talking to people to begin with, other than our listeners.
The least thing I want to do with my phone is use it as a phone. I will give you that. Yeah.
It's like the one time you accidentally butt dialed me. I thought there was an actual emergency because you don't call anyone.
No, I don't even remember that. I called you accidentally, huh?
Yeah, you butt dialed me and I could hear you and someone else's voice in the background. And the first thing I thought was, his Ouija board better not have called me.
It's not impossible. Now, we weren't talking about you, were we?
No, not that I could understand, okay, which is good.
Yeah, no, that's
I may not have wanted to hear that.
Thank goodness about that, huh? Well, there's well-documented cases when I used to work downtown of me not answering my phone. And at that point, it was paid for by the agency that I worked for. And producers would be they'd be driving and getting to park, and I would be crossing a street to get into the building, and they would see me and they would call me just either to say hi or just whatever. And they would actually see me take my phone out, look at it, shake my head, and put it back in my pocket. Because they would come in after and it's like, I saw you not answering the phone when I called. And I'm like, yeah, sorry. I'm not gonna do that. It's just as simple as that. No.
There are so many calls I end up ignoring and probably shouldn't, but I do anyways. And it's like, if it's important enough, text me, and from there I will decide if this deserves a voice conversation or not.
Very true. If I'm Only people I think I'm going to call would be like, I think we tried calling like back and forth on Halloween, like getting ready for a broadcast and whatnot. But yeah, anyone who truly knows me will know not just to call out of the blue, just to see how I'm doing. You know, that just, it doesn't work. You're not going to get me. And it's not because of anything other than I literally kind of have a phobia of talking on the phone. I don't like it. I want nothing to do with it. So
I will say mine came from, I worked like 4 or 5 years at a call center for AT&T. And that's what killed phone conversations for me, being on the phone all day long, talking to Fortune 500 company people who could buy and sell me at that time, essentially with what they made as opposed to what I made, about the fact that they hadn't paid their new iPhone bill.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm. Especially when one of my client list happened to be the Atlanta Braves. And I'm calling up these players and being like, hey, you owe us money.
This confirms a theory that I've had for years and years and years, because my mom was she was just hell-bent on finding a way to like win money, like lottery or whatever else, so that we'd all be rich, you know. And it's like, you know, she's just like, if we're rich, we don't have to worry about anything anymore. And I would tell her that it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you're horrible with money, it only means that your debts are going to get, you know, like magnified, you know, by millions of dollars, opposed to just, you know, thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, you know, suddenly coming into a great deal of money isn't necessarily going to be the moment that your life changes for the better. Because if you're not good with it, it will catch up, and you might start off being like, yeah, I have no problem for money whatsoever. It's going to come back at some point. I guarantee it. And that's just it. You know, these people, they don't, you know, they might be making good money, but they're still not paying their bills or not doing whatever. And that's just how some people are just very poor with money.
Yeah. Or you don't pay your taxes and you end up having to make a bunch of Nick Cage movies.
Exactly. Right. Or, you know, you could be Willie Nelson and not pay your taxes as well, and have to put out albums of poor quality to try to get people to pay for your taxes. It's
1990s Willie Nelson wasn't the best.
No. Well, you know, and maybe at some point, you know, maybe that's what's really going on with the Jason Haas situation. No, I don't know.
Help Jason pay his tax bill by buying a house.
It's actually, we're not actually not buying the Condrey house. We're actually buying his house. No, folks, no, that's not the case. I could already feel the energy of people listening. It's like, what do you mean? I'm sorry. I know he's precious to so many of you.
But honestly, who do you want to? Honestly, the fact that that's in Rhode Island, I don't know if I could bring myself to live. I mean, I already live in a cold spot in Minnesota, but they get hit with those nor'easters. There's no way I'd want to live in like Rhode Island, Maine, or anything like that. In the summertime, cool. But this time of year, no chance.
You could possibly end up like the Roanoke community. You know, you got to be careful in those situations. You know, just one day Adam just disappears, you know.
You know what? For the longest time, I thought that was like the American version of Atlantis.
Oh, interesting, actually.
Yeah, I thought, you know, in hundreds and hundreds of years from when it happened, you know, there's going to be an explorer who finds it and be like, oh, this must be the Western Hemisphere's Atlantis. Like, no, you found Roanoke. Right on, buddy.
We got to get someone on to talk about Roanoke. I've been meaning to do that. Yeah, no, it's something that's interested me since a child. Once again, folks, question of the week. What are you thankful for? It could be meaningful or simple. We'd just love to know. You can put it in the comments. You can also give us a call, 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. If you don't want to share that, it's, you know, it could be very personal, understand, but maybe just give it a thought too. You know, whatever you want to do. We're going to take a break. When we come back, let's get to question of the week. And I got some Thanksgiving haunted stories that we could share as well if we get time to them. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakken here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com. Greg Bakken here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Greg Bakken here. 'Tis the season. Instead of cramming into the family car to hunt for holiday lights, let Minneapolis Trolley Tours do the driving. Join us for the enchanting Merry and Bright Christmas Light Tour, where we glide through a winter wonderland filled with twinkling lights, festive decor, and plenty of holiday cheer. This uplifting experience wraps you into the holiday magic from the comfort of a cozy, festively decorated, climate-controlled trolley. You'll enjoy dazzling light displays, scenic routes only our trolleys can access, and live narration, never pre-recorded, that brings the sights to life. There are multiple photo stops perfect for holiday cards and memory making with family and friends. Before or after the tour, browse the holiday market inside the historic Pillsbury Club, featuring handcrafted gifts, artisan goods, and locally made treasures. The perfect place to find something special for everyone on your list. Tours depart from the Pillsbury Club. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Speaking of psychic medium, Refined Divine, Deb, I got a really nice message from her today. She was talking about how amazing the cruise was, first of all, which was really nice. Invited me over for Thanksgiving dinner, which was really nice as well. But I also wanted to make sure that people know that tomorrow she launches their biggest sale of the year. They're going to be doing a Thanksgiving afternoon for an unforgettable Black Friday live sale. That's going to be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're going to be doing a live tomorrow afternoon. So please check it out. Once again, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. How can you see this? Go to Refined Divine on Facebook. That's where the live is going to be. There you can see exactly what she's talking about. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You can tell they're just energetically revived. They are ready to go. And they were just talking about how much that cruise was amazing. And then, of course, she is going to be over at the Wellness and Metaphysical event over in Manitowoc County in Wisconsin. And that's going to be December 13th. That's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. When we get closer to it, we'll talk about it a little bit more. But if you haven't done so yet, go to Facebook, Refined Divine, like the page, and also go to refineddivinepsychic.com. And then also, Adam, did you notice that that after 45 years, I've recorded a new Minneapolis trolley tour spot?
Yeah, and the thing is, when I heard it the first time earlier this evening, I wish that was around. Well, I wish I was in Minneapolis, but also something like that would have been around when I was growing up, because otherwise we were all cramming into the car.
Yeah.
And I had two aunts who smoked, and God forbid they not have their cigarettes while we're driving around Shelby County looking for all the
were they named Patty and Selma?
You would think, but their names were Beth and Brenda.
Close enough, quite frankly.
Yeah. But one would drive, so they'd be in, up there smoking. Another one would be in the back seat smoking, and it's just like, whatever. But then, I really, looking back on it, I complain, but I did smoke for years afterwards. But I blame my high school for that because I was in Greece and this was the 90s. So they wanted authenticity. So I had the Lucky Strikes rolled up in my white t-shirt as a T-bird and smoking on stage at the school during the performance. And yeah, that's how I started smoking. High school, way to go.
I wasn't sure what you meant by you were in Greece in high school, and I was hoping you meant the musical and not some other weird thing, but because it's Indiana, musical. So I mean, yeah. So no, that's good. I mean, that's really good. What you may not know, and this is very important, that there is a nice version of this tour put on by Minneapolis Trolley Tours, and there's a naughty version, literally. Yes, and I think we need to do this. I think we need to get some people together, and it is basically this is Minneapolis's most unhinged, adults-only holiday lights adventure designed for the 21 plus crowd who prefers their Christmas spirit served with actual spirits. I am all over that, Adam. I'm just all over it. Okay. I want to do this.
I am too, because that lift back from the Pillsbury Club to my house is going to be a lot cheaper than that lift from the Pillsbury Club to St. Michael.
Well, that's why I'm staying at your house. But yeah, no, it's I've done it. I've done it before, and I'm going to do it. Because yeah, I mean here's the scary thing. I don't know if I've ever told this to anybody. The first time I went to the Minneapolis Trolley Tours, I had one drink on the trolley. That wasn't given to me by Chad, who you might know as an owner of such radio stations as this one. And on the way back, I was stopped and by the cops, and they said I was driving too close to the car in front of me, which is like, what? But they then asked me, did I have anything to drink? And I said, yeah, I did about 2 hours ago, and I had to go through the whole DUI thing.
Wow.
And first of all, this isn't a rant about being pulled over and having to do. I mean, this is how it works. But it's like, certainly, I am not going to be doing this and then just driving home. I mean, that's stupid. And yeah. I'm not smart all the time, but not that dumb. Yeah, no, this is. I got to figure out a time, maybe we can get even an AM 950 group together. I mean, I think that it's filling up fast, but my God, this sounds like so much fun. And if it's going to be cold out, then this is, you gotta be able to do this. And I love this because for people like us, maybe we want to do something a little bit fun like this, have a couple drinks or something, and have a good kind of just a nice night with adults. But then they also have the nice version, which is all about families and just the pure holiday enjoyment. And you can find over on Minneapolis Trolley Tours, go under Holiday Light Ride. You'll have both there. You'll have separate calendars for each of them, the ticket prices. You get reviews about how much fun it is. You're not going to regret this. I mean, who could be upset about doing a tour about holiday lights to begin with, let alone the fact that this is one could be just a beautiful family experience, and the other could be a bring your own bottle. It says a holiday light trolley ride. So I don't know. Let's figure it out, Adam. Let's see if we can get anyone else on board with this too.
I personally want to do the adult one so I can constantly use my favorite line from Miracle on 34th Street. The drunk Santa. A guy's got to do something to stay warm.
Well, I was thinking about that
too. Flask,
Yeah, no, absolutely. And folks, if you do this, just a gentle reminder, please let them know you heard about it through AM 950 or GhostBox Radio, because like I always say, we just want to let our friends and partners know that we are really trying to support them. So if you do these, please let them know you heard about it through us. Would really be very thankful for that. And Joshua in the comments, before we get to question of the week, he says, didn't you just have a blizzard? Not in the Twin Cities. It did get very windy, though. I don't know about your area, Adam, but it was very windy over in St. Michael.
The wind caused me to wear sweatpants today instead of jorts.
Oh, no.
I still can't find my jeans anywhere. So
they're probably sold. I don't know. Because I went out to my big excursion outside today. I was going to the mailbox, and yeah, it was windy. It was windy, so it was something that I was very sure of. I see Debbie Romero's in the chat tonight. We've had her on before. Dear friend. Always makes me smile to see her there. Hello. Yeah, very very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, let's do some question of the week here. Okay, and once again, the question of the week is as follows. What are you thankful for? It could be very meaningful or very simple. We just figured that it'd be a fun question to ask as we get into the Thanksgiving holiday here. So I just wanted to read some comments here in our comments section here. And if you want to call in and talk to us about it, you can do so at 952-946-6205. We start off with Bruce, and Bruce says, I am thankful for great people in my life. I'm grateful for food and the bounty of flavors available to enjoy. Best of all, I'm so thankful for entertainment that brings the joy of laughter and fun for me and others. Absolutely. I mean, it just feels like what he says there, to me, it's almost like basically saying anything that I'm really happy about and like I'm thankful for, because it just seems like all that stuff is, all that stuff. It's just, you're just automatically thankful for those things. And let's see, Joshua says parts of Western Minnesota got hammered. There was some road conditions in parts of Western Minnesota were pretty bad. You saw a lot of jackknives and stuff of semis and whatnot. Let's see here. I'm trying to see what your wife was talking about here. What were we talking about when she writes, if he disappears, I'm the first suspect? What were we talking about?
Roanoke.
Oh, I see.
I think she's a little behind.
No, I think this was actually from 10 minutes ago. I just didn't see it actually. No, this isn't. No, I funny enough, I didn't see this, and I'm like, what did we talk about? And it's like, yeah, Roanoke.
No, I didn't know if the YouTube or Facebook feed was delayed on her. If she had just put it in.
Nope, she was there. Courtney says, I'm thankful for traditions. I am too, actually. It's weird. I think for people like myself, I think the older you get, the more I do like tradition. In certain ways, I don't think we should be necessarily our life should be ruled by it per se, but there's certain times that I think traditions are fantastic. I mean, your mileage may vary and what that means, but that's certainly something that I was very much as I get older. It's because I think maybe those traditions were around when I was a kid. My parents made me do them, and now without them around, it's kind of like you miss some of that stuff. So I don't know where traditions lie for you at all, Adam. I don't know if you care about any of that crap or.
Sadly, on my end, as I've gotten older and can't digest certain foods anymore, some of the more traditional Thanksgiving foods that my family would make, I can't eat anymore. So that's the one thing that kind of bugs me about not being able to do as many of the traditions as my family did, because they used a lot of cream cheese in their cooking and things, and I can't have that stuff anymore. And they use a lot of pork, and I can't eat pork anymore.
Does cream cheese give you the?
Oh, horribly.
No. Well, I'm glad we got to talk about that on the air. So that's.
But otherwise I miss a lot of the Wettrick traditions that we used to have for the meal, but unfortunately I can't have it anymore.
Well, and so, it's funny because you're right. That's tradition. And I wasn't even thinking about like those type of traditions. I was thinking traditions in general, but I know that I bet that's exactly what Courtney was talking about. That's what you're talking about. The funny thing is, and I think you and I are kind of on the same page about this, aren't we? Not a real big fan of Thanksgiving type foods, to be honest.
Yep. The best part to me is the leftover turkey, just to make the turkey sandwiches afterwards. Yep. Other than that, I'm not. It's always kind of dry, and I'm really not a fan of it. So that's why this year we're doing a taco bar.
That's going to be fun. And one of the things I think I mentioned to you, I'm doing this because for the last year we've all been so busy. I'm taking this weekend after Thanksgiving, and I'm going to sit for literally like 3 days and watch Doctor Who. and have this like little marathon. And I know people are going to be like, God, what a waste of your life. But I just want to enjoy it. And I also want to have good food with it. Like, so to Friday, I'm going to do like a oven tray nacho thing where I'm going to make nachos in an oven tray and just, feed off that and have other foods throughout the weekend, because it's just like, why not, just be able to enjoy just some time. You and I both, I mean, most of the time we're just always on the move. And it's just nice to, it was nice. I loved Twin Cities Con, but it's nice. That meant that once I got through that, pretty much that's the end of, until, apart from the normal stuff, and just really enjoying that part of it, of not having it. Tomorrow I'm going with my friend Robert, who I rent the basement to, and we're going to Baltimore, I think is the name of it, which I thought was a Harry Potter character, but I guess it's a restaurant in Roseville. And because I'm not cooking this year or anything, and he'd also, I mean, he comes from out of state, so he doesn't have family here, and it's just like, let's just go get a nice meal. And they have like a turkey brunch. It's not a turkey brunch. My God, I just got done saying I don't like turkey. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to a restaurant and have a brunch. Everything is turkey. No, that's not what it is. Thanksgiving brunch. And they have like prime rib, and they have like a pasta bar and stuff. So I think it's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to that, and just being able to chill and recharge and come back Monday and do it all again, quite frankly,
Yeah, because Friday, I think I'm taking a page out of your book with the whole British thing. I believe it was at Twin Cities Con. I had asked you about an old British TV show called Fawlty Towers, and you thought I was trolling you when I had never actually heard of it, but I just found out John Cleese was in it, and I wanted to see it. But I found like a 12-hour supercut on YouTube of both seasons, so I think that's what my Friday is going to be.
I just remember, and I'm so, because I'm just like, first of all, obviously British television is like, that's what I'm all about. And I don't mean to sound like a jerk when I say this, because it's just like, you just think that everyone knows stuff, or the Fawlty Towers has been well known. So you just, at Twin Cities Con, you just look at me like, have you ever heard of Fawlty Towers? I'm like, what universe are you from? How, it's like, and that's just a reminder that not everyone knows the same thing. But I was just like, wow. But the good news is that you have been enjoying it.
Yeah, I've gotten through like about an hour and a half of this supercut that's on YouTube, and oh my God, it's brilliant. It is absolutely, a lot of the jokes wouldn't fly today, but but oh my goodness, it is top John Cleese. It is so good.
If, for those of you who are interested, also, if you still do physical media like I do, there is the Fawlty Towers DVD set, which you probably get fairly cheap now. If you like commentaries, John Cleese is on all of the commentaries, and it's a masterclass in comedy, because he breaks down all of like the situation, the setups, the payoffs, all that stuff. And what needs to be remembered about Fawlty Towers is that it was co-written by his wife, Connie Booth. And for me, it was easy to think, oh, well, they probably just put Connie's name on it because John Cleese is such a force in comedy. The fact of the matter is, you find out that Connie Booth was hugely responsible for so much of what went into Fawlty Towers. And it's like lightning struck perfectly for that series. I think if they did any more, it may have lost its shine. What you get there are 12, just in my opinion, perfectly crafted pieces of comedy, without a doubt.
What I've seen of it so far is so good. It is so good.
Joshua says, "Love my British soaps. Are you looking at EastEnders? Are you watching? Let's see here. Do you get Coronation Street? I don't know what else is a soap over there anymore. I'm thinking back to the old days of basically like Crossroads and El Dorado and series like that. And then Joshua also says One Foot in the Grave, talking about comedies, very good stuff. Joshua, I can guarantee if you've heard of it, I have it. That's kind of where I'm at. I have don't call myself an expert in a lot of things, but I'm an expert in British television. And I've actually spent a lot of time over in the UK helping with research on it. And I've spent time in the US actually helping find missing programs that's in the UK and return them to UK. Alayli, she says, they say, excuse me, hello, what are you doing? I'm doing a radio show. So I'm glad you're joining us. Just thought, in case it wasn't clear, maybe it isn't. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I know that some people may not think we're doing a radio show either within our station. So,
That would be all but probably the two of us, but yeah.
Right, exactly. Folks, why don't we go ahead? Let's get our next break in. When we come back, we got more thankfulness to read through. If you want to add yours, please do. Put it in the comments. If you want to call in, 952-946-6205. I have plenty more to read. As we ease into this Thanksgiving holiday, I am thankful that you are all joining us tonight. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakken here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville. Greg Bakken here. 'Tis the season. Instead of cramming into the family car to hunt for holiday lights, let Minneapolis Trolley Tours do the driving. Join us for the enchanting Merry and Bright Christmas Light Tour, where we glide through a winter wonderland filled with twinkling lights, festive decor, and plenty of holiday cheer. This uplifting experience wraps you into the holiday magic from the comfort of a cozy, festively decorated, climate-controlled trolley. You'll enjoy dazzling light displays, scenic routes only our trolleys can access, and live narration, never pre-recorded, that brings the sights to life. There are multiple photo stops perfect for holiday cards and memory making with family and friends. Before or after the tour, browse the holiday market inside the historic Pillsbury Club, featuring handcrafted gifts, artisan goods, and locally made treasures. The perfect place to find something special for everyone on your list. Tours depart from the Pillsbury Club. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets. Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refinedivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakken here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to the AndersonHouseHotel.com. And join us tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakken. Both Thursday and Friday, we're going to run some replays. Actually, I rarely do this. I am not in control of what we're running. I left it to our good friend Brett over at the station to pick something, very, very much like enjoyable or something. Who knows what he'll pick, but if you don't like it, blame him. And then on Monday, we're going to have on, and I'm really actually pretty excited about this. Supposed to have her on this week, and we got kind of confused. Not her fault, but mine. We're going to have Wendy J. Reardon on, and we're going to be talking about her book, The Death of the Popes, a comprehensive accounts including funerals, burial places, and epitaphs. And who does not want to hear about that? I'm actually very excited about it, and I've just really been wanting to talk about that for a while. And so yeah, and then maybe we'll talk about it. And I'm not joking when I say this. I'm on her page, The other book that she has out is The Complete Idiot's Guide to Exotic and Pole Dancing Illustrated, and it's her picture on the cover. So, I mean, that's fair game. We can talk about that. It's not. I'm not making it up, Adam. I'm not making it up. It's there.
And it's the death of the popes is the obvious follow up to pole dancing for idiots.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, it's an art. It's not risque. I mean, the connotation I'm putting on it gives it a little bit of that, but it's art actually.
It is, and it's a heck of a workout too. I've heard.
Well, yeah, and I've heard of the term. I've heard of the words "working out," but they're not things I do. So
no, usually it's flipped around for me. It's out of work.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you very much. All right. If you stay funny like this, they're going to steal you away from me, and next thing you'll know, you'll be doing shows at Mystic Lake. So I mean, just be careful. I don't want you to end up in some comedy club. So, and I'll be out of a radio. What are you anyway?
I have no idea.
Are you a producer? Are you a board op? What's going on over there?
I am traffic duction, part production, part traffic. Traffunction.
Wow.
Traffic functions of traffic. I have no idea what I would actually be labeled under.
Wasn't sure what you're trying to say there for a second.
I was trying to put in production and traffic, trying to smoosh those two words together, but it just doesn't work or sound right.
Almost button pushing sort of words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, no. I can't really smoosh my job titles.
Well, and we said it before, and it's worth saying again. The stuff that Adam does that's not GhostBox radio stuff is hugely important to the station. I mean, it cannot function without him doing what he does. That's just as simple as that. So,
and that's the sad state that we are in, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what it is in every station, though, as well. I mean, it's like traffic is the backbone. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. And I mean, sales will be like, no, it's us. We bring in the money. The Matt McNeils will be like, no, it's the on-air personalities. And it's like, no. It's the running of knowing how the day is going to work and taking all of that we just talked about and putting it into a day. And that's one of the things that Adam does. And, hopefully that, AM 950 is grateful for what you're doing, because it's a huge part of the survival of the station. So,
well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's just what it is. It's the truth. So what are you all thankful for? And it's, why don't you put, Adam, we're going to take a look at what's been said on my Facebook page. You wrote on there. What did you write?
My wife, my daughter, and my dog. That's the three things I am thankful for. That's
great. That's really good.
Very, very simple, but yeah, Danny, Morgan, and my dog Annie. Sound like a country song, except my truck didn't break down.
Did you see the picture I posted today of me and my cat?
Yeah, that was cute.
I'll be laying on the couch because I am ridiculously lazy. And she'll come up and she'll just like, that's my shoulder, head's on my shoulder. And I'm like, okay, let's take a picture. And it's just, I think it's one of my most favorite pictures I've ever taken, because it's just, she's just happy. It's nice to be able to give, like with your dog, with my cats, all the stuff, like, that you're giving them a good life. I mean, it's so rewarding. It's so nice.
I was working from home the other day. I sent my wife this picture of my dog and one of my father-in-law's dogs on the other side of the bed where I was working, just passed out. Sent her and the kid the picture. And it's like, yeah, look at my coworkers all working well with me today. But it was one of the cutest pictures. One sleeping at the foot of the bed, the other sleeping at the head of the bed. And she's like, this is adorable.
It is. I mean, it really is. And just, they're the purest form of love.
Mm-hmm.
You just really are.
I really think pets are, everybody talks about having an angels. I think pets are angels. They keep us sane.
I do too. I really do. Jill had said, I'm thankful for having my whole immediate family living here with me, all safe, my parents, brothers, and the kids, especially my son, whom I feel saved me in this life and gave me reason to keep living. A love I never knew till him. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
And thankful for every person, every soul that touched my life has enriched me beyond measure. Thank you all. That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. And we didn't actually, I don't think, because Joshua says little things bring fulfillment. I don't know. Did we read Joshua's what he's thankful for? Because he certainly wrote some stuff too. I don't remember. So if I'm doing this again, I do apologize. But Joshua said he's thankful for his fur babies, home ownership, meaning the roof over his head, food, family, and friends. Also, his psychic intuition and being alive in this physical medium. Very nice.
That is awesome, Joshua.
It's very nice. I just love hearing all this so much because so many of these people we know and have been listening, or we've known for years through listening or whatever else. And all of you, and I said this last night at the end, I said I treasure all of you, and I truly do. And so to hear what makes you all happy makes me very happy. So Debbie says, so much love to you all. Grateful to be surrounded by love of my family, friends, community. Absolutely. Truly wonderful people here tonight. Going over to the Facebook page. Morgan says, and a new episode of Supernatural Circumstances had dropped this week with me as the guest talking about CE5. Please go over to Supernatural Circumstances. Also find Morgan Knudsen, as she is the producer of it and host, asking what's so thankful. She had wrote so much, especially being here with Galen. She had went through a lot of medical stuff just recently, very, very strong medical stuff. I'll just leave it at that. But so, I mean, she pulled out, she's on the mend. Galen is her pet snake. And, I didn't know what that sort of thing meant, having a pet snake, until her and I talked about it. And what she had told me about her relationship with Galen is truly remarkable and truly intelligent, and just love, the idea that, especially we talk about it here at the station about snakes, and that they're in the station and stuff. And Adam, you and I in particular have always made sure that if we get a snake in the station, we humanely remove them so that they can go and, slither another day. But listening to her talk about the way that she has raised Galen and what Galen does for her, an equal exchange of energy, is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if she has anywhere where she really breaks that down, but I think if she does, and she should record something and put it out there, what it means to have such a wonderful partner of kinds, if you want to call pet or whatever, but Galen means everything to her. And what I've heard about Galen is just beautiful. So I didn't expect to talk about Galen that much today, but here we are. We're out of time, but no, I'm just kidding. We still have a little bit of time left. Wade Kirby, who was on our Halloween episode, says, I am thankful for my eyesight and intuition. Absolutely appreciate that. Then he adds, Greg, have joy in your heart and all the turkey and fixings in your belly. I'll remove the term turkey, but I know what you mean, and I appreciate the sentiment all the same. Ben says, my friends and community. Grady says he is part of Grey Duck Paranormal. He says, I have a lot to be grateful for, notably flashlights that mostly work and EVPs that don't whisper that they're going to get me. In all honesty, I'm extremely grateful for an amazing family and wife that supports my crazy hobby. No, unless you're talking about something other than paranormal, Grady. All right. A network of friends in the paranormal world that aren't full of drama and negativity, and for having decent job in these crazy economic times we live in. Absolutely. And then, of course, you have Christy, who I've known for years and years and years, and I think so highly of. These two turkeys, and she has a picture of two dogs, two beautiful dogs, their health and long lives. One's 14 and one's 15 now. Happy Thanksgiving, Greg. That's very sweet. That is really, Really very wonderful.
That
Doesn't
is
that make
very
you feel good, Adam? I mean, honestly.
It does, and especially the whole working flashlights from Grady. that helps immensely.
Yeah, it does help. It does help. I've been forgetting flashlights. Funny enough, the last couple investigations. And speaking of investigations, on Tuesday, I'm going to have Char Savoy on, and we're going to be talking about. We're going to kind of how we broke down the Pillsbury Club investigation with you on Tuesday. She's going to come on. We're going to kind of break down the last Divine Lights investigation, because that was pretty incredible too. And since that's a standing monthly investigation, we wanted to be able to also, I mean, I'm not going to lie, hopefully entice some people to come out and check it out, because it's special and it's a beautiful place. And we're going to break down how all that went. So just some amazing stuff. And I'm grateful for that. I think about just the paranormal side. When I got into this 15 plus years ago, just not knowing where my journey is going to take me. And I've always, had a very strong interest in broadcasting. You and I both went to school for broadcasting, both in our own ways, have had our career broadcast based. So, never really thought that I could have this opportunity to be able to, sometimes I feel, pontificate to people about, what's going on in my life and my investigations, but that we have this opportunity to talk about this and really delve into some subjects very deeply. I'm so grateful for that, Adam.
I am as well. It definitely lives out that childhood dream of being on, being Art Bell.
Yeah.
That I used to have, listening to him late at night.
And have you ever thought that maybe someday there might be a kid or something that gets into broadcasting and they said, I never thought I'd have the opportunity to be an Adam or something like that. I mean, not that that's what we're all trying to get to, but the idea that, if we do this right and we do this straightforward and we give the facts the best we can and deliver the information as best we can, that people respect that and they love that.
That is one of the hopes, that we're getting that message through. And I think we are. I think we are too. And it's just, one of those things that, we just keep going. And I'm so happy that we have the station that supports what we do. And we have enough of a listener base that people are aware of us and they like what we're doing as well. So I am grateful for that. And I'm grateful for all of you that listen and all of you who have that we've befriended over the years that just like to take part in this community that we've created called GhostBox. As we wrap up here, I just want to, first of all, Adam, happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you and the family have a great weekend. I really do. To you as well.
Thank you. To everyone out there, please have a safe weekend. Have fun. Please come back and join us on Monday as we talk about what else, how popes die. Everyone have a safe Thanksgiving weekend.
Hey, Minnesota, it's your favorite sexy liberal,